If you've made it to episode 10, something in you is not satisfied with drifting. You've seen what happens when income isn't stable. You've felt the weight of building without a solid base. You've recognized the pressure that comes from reacting instead of designing. And here's the truth. Clarity without a code won't carry you very far. You can fix your structure. You can stabilize your income. You can remove unnecessary weight. But if you don't decide who you are going to be, you'll rebuild the same chaos in a cleaner container. At some point, every builder has to stop collecting insights and start living by a standard. Not a slogan, not a motivational line, a standard. This episode is that line in the sand. We're not adding more information. We're choosing a code. This is episode 10, The Builder's Creed. Let's close volume 1 like builders. We've walked a long road together in this first volume. We've talked about clarity, about weight, about systems and machines and momentum. We've walked through identity, through leadership, through the quiet engine that powers it all. And now, we're standing at the edge of the map. Because at some point, every builder has to decide, am I just collecting ideas, or am I ready to live by a code? Not a quote you save to your phone, not a poster you hang on your wall, a code you live by every day. This is episode 10, The Builder's Creed, your code, your role, your way forward. This episode isn't about more information, it's about permission. Permission to become who you were meant to be, on purpose, always faithful to the right things. Most people live without a clear code. They have preferences, opinions, strong feelings, but not a code. So their life starts to drift. They say yes when they should say no. They stay quiet when they should speak. They carry what they should set down. Without a code, you will always carry the wrong weight. Business pushes you one way. Family pulls you another. Urgent tasks drown out important work. You wake up one day and realize your calendar is full, but your soul is empty. That's what happens when your life is built on reactions instead of a creed. A builder without a code is like a machine with no blueprint. It might move, it might make noise, but it will never produce what it was designed to build. We've been circling 3 words through this whole volume: code, brotherhood, role. Your code is what you stand for and what you won't compromise. Your brotherhood is the circle of men and families who help you remember that code when life gets heavy. Your role is the work you were built to do in your family, your business, your community. When those 3 pieces are confused or disconnected, everything feels heavy. But when your code is clear, your brotherhood is strong, and your role is owned, that's when the weight changes. It's still heavy, but it becomes the right kind of heavy. The kind of weight you want to carry. The kind of weight that builds a life you're proud of.
I've watched this play out over and over again. 2 guys, same business, same city, same opportunities. One of them has a clear code, the other doesn't. The guy without a code says yes to everything, every client, every idea, partnership, distraction. He's busy, exhausted. He's constantly putting out fires that he started by not having boundaries in the first place. Then there's the other guy. He has a code. He knows what he stands for. He knows what he won't compromise on. So he turns things down. He walks away from bad fits. He protects deep work time. And from the outside, it looks like he's doing less, but he's actually building something 10 times stronger. That's the difference a code makes. It doesn't just change your schedule, it changes what your life is for.
If you want to live by a creed, you don't start with a slogan. You start with 3 questions. Question 1, what do I stand for in this season of my life? Not someday, not when things calm down. Right now. What will I protect even if it costs me money, status, or comfort? Question 2. What is my real role? In my family, in my business, in my community? Am I the producer, the architect, the closer, the teacher, the founder? What work truly belongs to me? And what work am I holding because I'm afraid to let go? Question 3. Who is my brotherhood? Who knows my code? Who can call me out when I drift from it? Who refuses to let me shrink back into the smaller version of myself the world is comfortable with? You answer those 3 questions honestly, and your creed will start to write itself.
Dad and I have been actually talking a lot about this new kind of scouting program. Not nostalgia, not a copy of the old system. It's something built from scratch, something rooted in identity, in a code, in brotherhood. And here's what I keep seeing in entrepreneurs that I work with. They want the same thing in their business. They don't just want more leads. They don't just want better ads. They want their business to mean something, to stand for something. They want a troop of clients and partners who share a code, not just transactions, a community. And you can't build that on vague values. You build it on a clear creed, spoken out loud, lived in public.
I want to give you words you can borrow, adapt, or completely rewrite. A starting point for your own creed. If it resonates, say it with me. If it doesn't, let it provoke your own words. The Builder's Creed. I'm a builder. I do not chase every opportunity. I choose the few that matter and commit to them fully. I do not live by noise. I live by a clear code. I stand for truth, for responsibility, for stewardship, for courage, for loyalty. I protect my family before I protect my image. I build systems so my business can carry the load my shoulders were never meant to carry alone. I do hard things on purpose, with purpose, for people who matter. I surround myself with brothers and allies who refuse to let me shrink into a smaller story. I will not trade long-term meaning for short-term comfort. When the weight grows heavy, I will not run. I will adjust the machine, clarify my priorities, and carry the right load the right way. I am a builder, and I will build a life, a family, a business, and a community that I'm proud to hand to the next generation. That's a creed. Not perfect, not final, but real, specific, lived. Now it's your turn to write yours.
Here's what I challenge you to do. Before you watch Volume 2, before you jump into the next episodes, take a quiet hour. Turn your phone off, grab a notebook, get alone and write your creed. It doesn't have to be pretty, it doesn't have to be long. It just has to be honest. What do you stand for? What is your real role? Who are your people? Write it down. Say it out loud. Show it to somebody you trust. Because once you speak your creed, something shifts. Decisions get clearer. Boundaries get stronger. Next steps get clearer. That's when the rest of the journey starts to accelerate. We're just getting started.
Volume 1 was never meant to solve everything. It was meant to do 3 things. Help you see the real problem. Help you feel the weight you were never meant to carry alone. And help you glimpse a different way to live. A way of clarity, of code, of brotherhood, of shared weight. From here, the road branches. You can close this episode, go back to your old patterns, and let the noise swallow this moment. Or you can mark this as a turning point, the moment you stopped living reactively and started building on purpose, the moment you chose to live by a clear creed. In the episodes and volumes ahead, we'll go deeper into leadership, into systems, into the structures and communities that make this sustainable. But none of that matters if you skip this step. So this is your assignment. Write your creed, name your role, identify your brotherhood, and then take one small step today that aligns your life with that code. Not 10 steps, just one. If you've walked through all 10 episodes with me, thank you. You didn't have to. You could have numbed out. You could have scrolled past, but you didn't. That tells me something about you. There's a builder in you that refuses to die. A man, a woman, a leader who knows there has to be a better way to live. I want you to know you're not crazy for wanting that. You're not weak for feeling tired. You're not alone in this work. You were never meant to carry this alone. So as we close Volume 1, here's my blessing for you. May your code be clear. May your brotherhood be strong. May your role be owned. May your business become a machine that serves your life, not the other way around. And may your life become a story you're proud to hand to those who come after you. Thank you for walking this road with me. I'll see you in the next volume. Always faithful.